Yo guys, what's up? This is Speaker Bloat Man here today. So, recently, well, not recently, about a few months ago, I got this XB3. I think you've seen a couple videos, and I think I've tested the drivers individually. One of the drivers previously. So, you probably know a little bit about the speaker, and maybe you have it at home. It's a decent speaker. They've released the XB3, but I really don't like it because it looks like a speaker for an old grandpa who does disco in the park. So, literally, no. It doesn't sound that bad, honestly. I mean, the XB3 basically sounds like this, but a little more bassier when the extra bass is on. However, I don't like the sound. I think this one has a more brighter sound, and that's what I like. I hope the XB31 is going to do better because, first of all, it doesn't look like a disco speaker. So, I hope it will do better. Anyways, here we have this XB3. I'm going to do a little brief view over it. It's not a lot, actually. It's just a typical Bluetooth speaker. It doesn't even have like a function switch. All it does is here, Bluetooth, obviously, and a speakerphone. And yeah, you could do audio in. Yeah, it works when you plug it right in. So you just plug your whatever 3.5mm jack in and plug it in your audio source, and it's going to work. Mainly well, since this is the Sony released it probably just for competing with the JBL Charge 3. It can charge external devices, which is decent, and I assume it has a bigger battery. I remember it has a bigger battery. I forgot already. I don't have the Charge 3. Like I said, I want to get one, but it's too expensive. So in the end, I decided to go for this one. Plus, this sounds better. So yeah. A bad thing is it does not have a micro USB charging. It needs a proprietary, and the XB30 has the same problem, although the input's 5 volts, which is more fucked up than this one because it takes 16 volt for it. So it says 30 watt, but the speakers are 12 watts each, so I'd say it's 24. Amplifier could probably do more than that. It's probably 30 watt amplifier with 24 watts of speaker in total. So yeah, I don't know if it's gonna blow it. I think not. I've cranked it up all the way for a few times already, and it's okay. So yeah, this is basically the overview. It's not a lot, and I'm gonna talk a little bit more about the pairing here. If you long press it, it's gonna disconnect from the current connected device. And it's gonna connect to a new device, I guess, and you could also pair to a new device, whatever the fuck you call it. Also has a add button, which you can add another XB3 for stereo speaker. Sadly, it does not support the party chain that we have on the XB30. So, well, actually, Sony is smart people. They want you to buy new stuff, so they wouldn't do that. And I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't release like a firmware update or whatever the fuck it is, or probably like a app for this thing. Yeah. Well, I doubt if it's updatable or not. Whatever, I don't care. The mesh is movable. Just pull it with some pig or whatever, and it's quite hard to take apart. So if you want to say how easy it is to repair this shit, not easy at all. You have to peel these off, and you have to re-glue them with double-sided tape, whatever. So it's quite painful. Yeah. Extra bass. I'm gonna talk about extra bass here. It's not really extra bass. It's gonna make it sound like a Beats speaker. Yeah, honestly, I'm not kidding. Like before extra bass is activated, it sounds pretty flat. It's actually a really flat-sounding speaker to me. I mean, like, I think there's a few frequency measurements about the XB3 too. It rolls up at about 10 kilohertz, but it's not that obvious when you're listening in real life. It's probably the power of DSP, but whatever. I don't know. I mean, it's a small speaker. You wouldn't ask for more than that. I think these cost like, I don't know now. I think you can find them for like $70, $80, which is totally a bargain. But back then, I think it's about the same price as the JBL Charge 3. But then it came down a little bit, probably like $50 cheaper, yeah. So, not to get this instead of the Charge 3, although it came with a really cheap charger brick, which is very cheap. It's very, very cheap, honestly. I mean, it's the cheapest one it's really cheap for a price like this, for a speaker like this. This is what you get from like those OEM China stuff. Honestly, this is what you get from that. But, whatever. This is the Sony speaker, so, yeah. I'd say it's decent. I don't know. I don't have much to say about it. It lasts a very long time. So there you have it, folks.